should know who I am by now. I walk, the record stands somehow, thinking of winter. Your name is the splinter inside me.
Hello everyone, this is Misha Houston and I'm here to continue my analysis of Alayne I, the released sample chapter from the upcoming book written by George R. Martin entitled The Winds of Winter. This is my Sansa and the Safety of Wind series and I am continuing it. Safety number 3, the third person that I think she will be safe with, is Yohn Royce, the Lord of Runestone. I believe that she will be safe with him once her identity is revealed because he has proven himself a friend to the Starks. He wanted to fight for them on many occasions, but apparently he was never allowed to. But I think once Sansa, reveals her identity, he will leap to her defense and she will be safe with him. Now, the chapters that I'm going to be reading from is Alayne I, A Feast for Crows, Eddard 13, A Game of Thrones, Catelyn 7, A Game of Thrones, Sansa 6, A Storm of Swords, Sansa 7, A Storm of Swords, and Alayne 2, A Feast for Crows. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will be putting out the next one very soon, or as soon as I possibly can. Thank you so much. Do I know you, girl? Alayne I, A Feast for Crows. He certainly does know her. It's Sansa Stark. Alayne I, A Feast for Crows. The Lord of Runestone stood as tall as the hound, though his hair was gray and his face lined. The Lord Yohn still looked as though he could break most younger men like twigs in those huge gnawed hands. His seamed and solemn face brought back all of Sansa's memories of his time at Winterfell. She remembered him at table, speaking quietly to her mother. She heard his voice booming off the walls when he rode back from a hunt with a buck behind his saddle. She could see him in the yard, a practice sword in hand, hammering her father to the ground and turning to defeat Sir Roderick as well. He will know me. How could he not? She considered throwing herself at his feet to beg for his protection. He never fought for Robb. Why should he fight for me? The war is finished, and Winterfell is fallen. What she doesn't know is that Sansa would have done better for herself than she thinks if she did ask Yohn Royce for help. He is obviously a friend to the Stark family and would have protected her. On multiple occasions, he has shown a desire to fight for the Starks. According to Peter Baelish himself, he would have fought for Ned while he was alive in King's Landing. Eddard 13, A Game of Thrones. The queen has a dozen knights and 100 men at arms who will do whatever she commands, enough to overwhelm what remains of my own household guard. And for all I know, her brother Jaime may be riding for King's Landing, even as we speak, with the Lannister host at his back. And you without an army. Littlefinger toyed with the dagger on the table, turning it slowly with a finger. There is small love lost between Lord Renly and the Lannisters. Yohn Royce, Sir Balon Swan, Sir Loras, Lady Tanda, the Red Wine Twins. Each of them has a retinue of knights and sworn swords here at court. And during the War of the Five Kings, Catelyn 7, A Game of Thrones, I know, child, the blackfish fastened this cloak was Brendan's only concession to ornaments, and I heard it from Maester Coleman. I asked your sister for leave to take 1,000 seasoned men to ride for River Run with all haste. Do you know what she told me? The veil cannot spare 1,000 swords, nor even one. Now Brendan the Blackfish Tully, the great uncle of Sansa Stark, left the Vale to fight with King Rob, and I'm sure if he could, Yohn Royce would have joined him, but Liza wouldn't allow him to. Sansa 6, A Storm of Swords. Sweet Peter, I have missed you so. You don't know, you can't know. Yohn Royce has been stirring up all sorts of trouble, demanding that I call my banners and go to war. Sansa 6, A Storm of Swords. I have kept the Vale out of this war. Our harvest has been plentiful, the mountains protect us, and the Erie is impregnable. Even so, it will not do to draw Lord Tyrant's wrath down upon us. Now, before the arrival of the Lord's declarant, Sansa warns Baelish of her past with Yohn Royce. Alayne I, A Feast for Crows. Yohn knows me, she reminded him. He was a guest at Winterfell when his son rode north to take the Black. She had fallen wildly in love with Sir Raymor. She remembered dimly, but it was a lifetime ago, and when she was a stupid little girl. And that was not the only time. Lord Royce she saw Sansa Stark again at King's Landing during the Hand's tourney. Now, Sansa is clearly worried about being recognized by him. But as I said before, I feel like Sansa has nothing to worry about when it comes to Royce. If Royce had good relations with the Starks in the past, why should that change now? He would be even more inclined after Ned's execution and the Red Wedding. With the War of the Five Kings all but done, and with nothing more he can do for the Starks, or so he thinks, Yohn Royce turned his attention to Lysa's death. Sansa 7, A Storm of Swords. He gave her a short, sharp shove. And Peter Baelish's status as Lord Protector of the Vale of Arryn. Yohn Royce, along with other members of the Lord's Declarants, want to oust Peter Baelish as Lord Protector and take claim over Lord Robin Arryn, the Lord of the Vale. Alayne I, A Feast for Crows. The six had gathered at Runestone after Lysa's fall, and there made a pact together, vowing to defend Lord Robert, the Vale, and one another. Their declaration made no mention of the Lord Protector, but spoke of misrule that must be ended, and false friends and evil counselors as well. Now, during the parley, Yohn Royce makes his intentions clear for the young lord, voicing his opinions about Lord Robert's well-being, wanting to take him into custody. Alayne I, A Feast for Crows. I mean to take the boy with me to Runestone and raise him up to be a knight that Jon Arryn would be proud of. Why Runestone? Peter mused. Why not Iron Oaks or the Red Fort? Why not Longbow Hall? Any of these would serve as well, declared Lord Belmore, and his lordship will visit each in turn in due time. Will he? Peter's tones seemed to hint at doubts. Lady Waynwood sighed. Lord Peter, if you think to set us one against each other, you may spare yourself the effort. We speak with one voice here. Runestone suits us all. Lord Yohn raised 3 fine sons of his own. There is no man more fit to foster his young lordship. Maester Helliweg is a good deal older and more experienced than your own Maester Coleman, and better suited to treat Lord Robert's frailties. In Runestone, the boy will learn the arts of war from strong Stam Stone. No man could hope for a finer master at arms. Septon Lucos will instruct him in the matters of the faith. At Runestone, he will also find other boys his own age, more suitable companions than the old women and self-swords that presently surround him. Now, through a clever assist from Sir Lynn Corbray, Alayne won a feast for crows. For a moment, it seemed as though they had come to an impasse until Lynn Corbray turned from the fire. All of this talk makes me ill. Littlefinger will talk you out of your small clothes if you listen long enough. The only way to settle his sorts is with steel. He drew his long sword. Now, as I said before, with a clever assist from Sir Lynn Corbray, his secret accomplice, Alayne won a feast for crows, and Sir Lynn Corbray, the candlelight was dancing in his eyes. Sir Lynn will remain my implacable enemy. He will speak of me with scorn and loathing to every man he meets, and lend his sword to every secret plot to bring me down. That is when her suspicion turns to certainty. And how will you reward him for his service? Bronze Yohn Royce admitted that he lost and left the Eyrie. Alayne won a feast for crows. There is no need. It is plain that he has won. Bronze Yohn Royce's gray eyes considered Peter Baelish. I like it not, but it would seem you have your year. Best use it well, my lord. Not all of us are fooled. He opened the door so forcefully that he all but wrenched it off of its hinges. Alayne, too, a feast for crows. The Wainwoods are very old and very proud, but not as rich as one might think. As I discovered when I began buying up their debts, not the, no, that not that Lady Anya would ever sell a son for gold. A ward, however, young Harry's only cousin, and the dower that I offered her ladyship is even larger than the one Lionel Corbray just collected. It had to be for her to risk Bronze John's wrath. This will put all his plans awry. You are promised to Harold Harding, sweetling, provided that you can win his boyish heart, which should not be hard for you. Peter Baelish believes that an engagement to Sir Harold Harding will gain Bronze Yohn Royce, support, but he may gain it simply by revealing Sansa's presence to him. Bronze Yohn Royce is the mightiest of them all and the only one that matters, which I believe is true. Sansa is Lord Robert's cousin and a daughter of the Starks, and with him on Sansa's side, I'm sure the other lords will fall in line. Thank you so very much for watching my video. If you like my video, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will be back in a little while with safety number 4. Enjoy your life as I do, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so very much.